Alright, sure. Siqhubeka with our questions from Newton's laws. Okay. We are doing a question one. Lapha kuthiwe two blocks of mass 20 kg and 5 kg respectively are connected by a light intangible string. They are connected by T1 P. A second light intangible string Q attached to a 5 kg block runs over a light frictionless pulley. A constant frictional force of 250 newtons pulls the second string as shown in the diagram below. The magnitude of the tension in P and Q, T1 and T2 respectively. Ignore the effects of air friction. Okay, so now we have ama objects two that are hanging. Okay, we can make a free body diagram or two with a scissor was to spin lama question easily. Okay, so we have okay, let's start with tension that is connecting lama blocks with two. Okay, sithe lapha ku P nje uzothatha umsizi nqamule kanje. Okay, kusho ukuthi we have T1 pulling a 5 kg block downwards, and then we have T1, the same T1 pulling a 20 kg block upwards. Okay, as can see, send them a free body diagram with two. Okay, so city for 5 kg block, with newtons, if you get some of the body diagram work correct, ilapha ngaqala khona. If I'm struggling with the newtons ngaqala lapho. Okay, for 5 kg block yini esinayo, we have this tension esibize ngo-Q. Okay, this is a tension, a puller 5 kg block upwards. Okay, let me use this T2. So we have T2 pulling the ilokuzana upwards, and we are giving force ukuthi 250 newtons, and then we have force of gravity pulling the object downwards, and then we have T1 pulling the object downwards as shown last. It says we break it down. This is we cutter, and then city the object le cord is pulling 5 kg block downward. Okay, and then city for 20 kg block, sine tension esibize ngo-T1 pulling a block upward, and then we only have gravity pulling a block downward. So we do not have a normal force for lama cases because we two ama lokuzana ama object awekho kwi lokuzana awethintile I surface. Okay, and then athina ama questions. 1.1 you state Newton's second law. Your second law. Okay, from our exam guidelines this is Newton's second law, but second law, when a net force acts on an object, the object will accelerate to the direction of the force, and to the direction of the force at an acceleration that is directly proportional to the force and inversely proportional to the mass. Okay, so mele ukwazi ukuthi lokuzana define state lokuzana. Then to draw a free body diagram for 5 kg block. So for 5 kg block 1.2 mhlawumbe nje sizophinde siyidwebe ibe nkudlwana. 1.2, very easy. T2, FG, then we have T1. So that's all they want. 3 marks. For each force you get a mark. Okay, calculate the magnitude of T1 in string P. Okay, for 6 marks. We want le tension ebanjani eba connectile bona boy 2. Okay, so asike siqale with ulokhuzana 5 kg block. Okay, so sithi for 5 kg block 1.3 for 5 kg block. So this is for 6 marks, so we're going to use way 2 more blocks. For 5 kg blocks, sinan sino T2. Okay, let's say F net is equals to MA. Notice again with a such man with F net is equals to 0 for vertical forces, because value the object here upward or downward pell. So we do not have parallel to the surface or perpendicular to the surface. So it's here upwards or it's here downwards. Okay, the map more forces is now so no T2 going upwards. So upwards is positive. Direction of motion is positive. For me, in which means it could be simple. In most cases, I always use my direction of an eye. Direction of motion is always positive. Maybe for momentum, to the right is always positive. For projectile, downwards is always negative. Upwards is always positive. So that's develop a consistency. So I don't pick and change unless I am forced. So I always use upwards as positive and direction of motion as positive. Okay, so now ungakwazi ukuthi ulokhuzana ulandele lo mkhuba. So T2 minus T1 minus FG is equals to MA. So once Gati upwards is positive, we should lemma forces that are acting downwards, they are now negative. Okay, T2 now 250 newtons minus T1 lengimfunayo minus lokhuzana gravity, force of gravity. So this is 5 times 9,8 5A. Okay, so 250 minus 5 times 9,8. Make sure to balance the corner, which is 201. So 201 minus T1 is equals to 5A. Therefore, 201 minus 5A is equals to T1. That would be equation yokuqala, equation 1. Okay, sibuye sizothi for 2 kg block, for 20 kg block. Okay, for 20 kg block, in map forces just now, we have T1, a pulley object upwards, so direction of motion is positive again. Zenzela umsebenzi ube lula. So we have T1 minus FG is equals to MA. Okay, T1 we are lesimfunayo, gravity minus 20 kg block times 9,8 is equals to 20A. Kusho ukuthi T1 mase simthola sizomthola as 20A plus 20 times 9,8, which is 196. Another thing engike ngiyibona abafundi beyenza, not using calculator. Always use a calculator. focusing ekumemorizeni ekwazini ukubala iy'namba. That's important. Okay, sibuye-ke sinani manje u-T1 ulingana no-20 no-201 minus 5a. U-T1 ulingana no-20a plus 191. So we can equate lama equation wethu. Okay, so we have u-T1 elingana no-201 minus 5a skunye no-20a plus 196. Okay, transpose, this would be 25a, simulating ngala. Remember what say a transpose change sign, so a subtraction. So this is actually 5. So 5 divided by 25, that is 0.2. Acceleration is 0.2 meters per second squared. Okay, and then how do we get tension? We can pick any of lama equation. Remember we had T as 101 minus 5a, so T say 201 minus 5 times 0.2. So 201 minus 5 times 0.2. We have tension as 200 newtons. So awabi nzima kakhulu lama questions because sitheni we only have our forces ayaphi, upwards and downwards. So we do not have a friction kanye ne normal force. We only have a gravity in this case, a opposite emotion. While this object here, upwards, gravity is pulling the object downwards. Okay, so siwenza kanjalo. Always what is important, consider the direction of emotion. What is important, key into kumele sicabange la, it is the direction. It is the direction of motion. Why is it important? Why ngithi this is important? Because if the object here downwards, if here downward, it means now FG is positive. Asocial FG is negative. FG you pull it downwards and the object is going downwards, kusho to FG unjani positive, and then ulokhuzana tension unjani ulokhuzana uzoba negative. So the direction of motion, we pick the direction of motion and be positive at all times. So direction of motion is key to these questions. If you are doing these questions, usually they are not hard, but we usually make our mistakes, go pick a direction wrong.